Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Red Raiders will kick it away first. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Let's talk for a second here about USF. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Richardson. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Bulls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Turning it on! Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be first and goal.
Great tough running by the running back, low to the ground, continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that first down.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He might want another play. Snap in the shotgun. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Florida.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here in this game, in this environment. All 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, the running back has it. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Hauls it in. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Hart. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Bulls come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Just keep slinging it. Back looking for the goal line. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Murray. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown! might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a... Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Hawkins. He's got it on the run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Murray. Got the first down. Looking for more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Shelton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks. They came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's caught. It's Smith. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off play action on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Still in their own territory, they'll go for it on 4th and long from their own 42. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
From the gun, the ground game. Looking for room at the 30. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Give to the back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Hart. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, going to the air. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Picked off, and they ruin an early
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. On the ground, it's Murray. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Here's the handoff. There he goes. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Rush is on him. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Bulls will try to punch it in on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Hart. Tight end finds a soft spot. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal.
3:25.
Go straight ahead. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USF.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by 11 to James Madison. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. It's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away, He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring. 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. And get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads it left. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Trying to run, it's Gentry. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass, it's Hammond. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. He gets the pick, but not the pick 6, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bulls will boot away to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the 2nd half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the 1st kick of the 3rd quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. And he's going to try to return this one. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes.
exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the... Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
From the gun, running back gets the gift. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, it's picked up. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
The short hands, it's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this.
He'll take a shot. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Hart. Under fire. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
The Bulls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my 3rd down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Using his feet. Turning it on. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
To the air, it's Hart. They'll run the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, South Florida. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. And down he goes back at the 3.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back in this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
What a play call. 4th and short. Everybody in the building expecting that to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They had the matchup they wanted, one-on-one. QB takes a shot. It's an absolute strike, and they take it all the way in for a touchdown. What a play.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Pressure coming. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Right back to the well. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football, and I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. The give to the tailback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. He uncorks one deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 37 over UConn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now.
There he goes. Spins away from the defense. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Bulls are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Hart. Sets up the screen. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's a good 2nd down run commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
And the Bulls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
This defense knows that turnovers win games, and here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The give as they work on that clock. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll go right back to the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Gets loose in the middle. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you